Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for February. Hope you're amazing. We're going to jump right in, okay? So, let's see what we have for you, Scorpio. Okay. We're going to start with vampire and the shadow energy, and it is depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. You're in a need to say what you need to say because it's almost like you're trying to pull it out of the universe, out of someone else, instead of saying what you need to say. Okay. Seer, see beyond your current situation. Yeah. So it's like see beyond yourself, your hurts, your pain, your shadow. Okay. And then the loving man. Spirit keeper of the north. Family. Song of the wild. Seventh chakra. And crystals focus. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, Scorpio. It feels like you're waiting for someone to say something to you. There's probably someone you like, someone you're interested in, and they're not. They may be doing this thing, that let's see where things go type of attitude. It almost feels like it was okay for you at one point, like it wasn't that bad, but now you want or need more from this person. Like you want to know where we are, what's going on. You feel sort of locked out of this person's emotion. But what's interesting is I don't feel like that's true, but you're feeling that way. Okay. You have a focus on the future as well. And you want to make decisions to keep a person, to see where you stand, to be more present for your family. It's like you're ready to grasp onto what you have and then just run free with it. I'm going to give this example. It's like you want to know where a relationship stands so you can start being in that relationship, like doing relationship things, moving forward, buying a home, getting married, things like that. It's just like you're ready to move forward. Okay. The problem here is for you in February is that you're kind of being passive aggressive. Okay. And you need to think a higher level. And what I mean by this is beyond yourself, beyond your own shadow, beyond your own doubts and fears, and get directly to the heart of the matter. You might just need to say what you need to say, and not trying to get someone else to do the sort of heavy lifting or dirty work. Okay. So let's get into the cards, Scorpio, and see what we have for you, okay? All right, Scorpio, February. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords, King of Pentacles, Six of Swords. You may be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and they're very confident and sure of themselves. Two of Swords, but you like that about them. It's not bad. Nine of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, High Priestess, Three of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, you're ready to move forward into a new future. I feel like you're motivated to start moving forward, to start doing different things. you know. And I gave the example of like you're ready to move past a situationship and into something more stable, long lasting, marriage, kids, home, that type of thing. I just feel like you're ready to move forward and start like building and living the way that you want to live. It's like you're tired of living, is it hand to foot, you know, sort of. I get that vibe. Yeah, you've definitely kept quiet, Scorpio. I feel like because you didn't want to ruffle feathers, and you probably needed time to think about if you were certain of something, or if you know, like it was the time. It's like timing. If you were certain, um, if it's what you really want, I feel like you just needed to investigate more, figure more things out, figure out how you feel, figure out what's the best course of action. Um, and now you're starting to worry that maybe you waited too long or maybe you thought about things too long. And it could be also that you're worrying because you don't know and you want to know. Okay. Um, yeah, your plan, all I see you doing in February is moving forward. Okay. You're putting in the hard work. You're looking at the details. You're doing what you need to do. I feel like you just don't want to worry about the future. You don't want to worry about what's next. I almost get this vibe of just like diving in a way, but it has a passive aggressive because I don't see a lot of action in these cards, you know, but you are like, it feels like you're playing a game, like you're playing chess and you're moving the pawns and everything where it needs to go so it can play out the way you want it. When all you would have to do is say, like, I want your king, and they would give it to you. But you're trying to do it in like a slick way, but you don't even have to do that. I don't know why. And I can't see in the cards why either. Maybe so it's not your choice. I'm not sure. Um Yeah, you know what it is? If things go wrong or if something happens, it's like you don't have to take possession of the situation. So it's sort of a safety, like like you're trying to save yourself in a way. But you not speaking your mind, you not asking questions, you not trying to see it in a different way, um, won't get it done. It's almost like things will stay the same. You can line it up, but it's not necessarily that it's going to play that way. Okay. I'm seeing in my eye putt putt golf and someone lining the ball up at the hole. And then they putt it and it doesn't go in the hole. You lined it up so it could, but it just wasn't in the cards, you know? Yeah. I feel like eventually you're going to see um, how much you want to keep someone or something in your life, how much you want to stick with this dream that you have. You will take action, you know, because Scorpio, it's about the bigger picture, really. Less about the right now and more about the bigger picture. And if you're worried about losing it and all you have to do is speak up, why wouldn't you speak up? But I feel like, especially with the Ace of Pentacles being here, that that's eventually the direction that you're going in. It's like I have to take a risk for my future. I have to move forward. Mm. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, King of Wands, Five of Cups, Hangman, Hermit, Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. There's somebody in your life that is your person. And it is that simple. You see this person as your person. But for some reason, there's a aura of calm between you two. Like not fiery. Sort of like it really feels like let's just see what happens type of feeling. But both of you really have a lot of passion towards each other. Like it could be really intense, but you keep sort of a wall in between you two in a way. And it has a lot to do with trying to be logical and not like falling into your passions. Maybe there's a fear of what will happen if you do that, like if it's smart to do that. But because of that little block or space between you two, it brings up a lot of questions about what it is or what's happening between you two. So it's time to start being nurturing, caring, flirting. It's like showing and expressing love in a way that's not childish or questionable, but is very straightforward to help build and strengthen a relationship or connection even more. So whoever feels like things are distant or feels like they aren't sure can be more sure. Yeah, it's about clearing out thoughts. It's so interesting because there's like this feeling of like, you just have to trust yourself. Because I feel like there's this era of what if it's different than what I think, but you have to ask to see what the other person feels. There needs to be some openness or there's going to be a big misunderstanding. Okay. You have a lot of financial potential in February, Scorpio. You're in this mindset of the future, like I said, but you're like putting a lot of effort into your talents, your tasks, your career, and where it is that you want to go. You may have had a lot of plans, but as you know, when you put your mind to something, you make it happen. But I feel like you've been a little like putting things on hold for some reason due to fears or insecurities. So February will be a good time to work on those insecurities so you're able to speak up. I feel like you have a lot to offer inside, but you have a lot of walls to break down so you can be open to take the steps you need to do financially and relationship wise. Some of you have a really good team behind you or a really good support system that you can be vulnerable with. And they can really help you sort of not get your confidence back, but get more emotionally stable in what you need to do next. Okay. You don't really have to worry too much about that. I feel like once you start to open up, somebody will be there to support you. Okay. So the advice not the advice, but my advice for you is to keep moving forward, Scorpio. in February. Don't be afraid. Stop putting what you need to the side or expecting someone else to speak up for you. It's okay for you to do that. You have an opportunity, a big opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles to really set forth a really good future and a stable future for yourself. It's a high possibility that this person wants to be with you long term. Okay. I just feel like they haven't fully invested in you because you haven't really fully invested in them. And I mean this by opening up. I mean this by speaking up. That's what it is. It's about speaking up. And once you start opening up to yourself and dealing with like fears, anxiety, or insecurities, all the things that you thought were a problem become aware to you. Like you start to see things in yourself, and also the confidence of being seen and heard. And I feel like you're able to walk away from fitting into some sort of box, you know? Yeah. Okay, let's get more specific. So, 9 of Wands, Tower, the World, Ace of Swords. Interesting. Page of Pentacles, King of Cups, 6 of Wands, Magician, Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Justice, 3 of Pentacles, Temperance, and then the Eight of Wands, excuse me. What the heck? I didn't even see those there. Okay, Scorpio. Let's see your material life. You're very stable. You have a very good plan. You take really good action, but for some reason, it's like you're not aware that you're very good at that. It's like you can do a whole bunch of really good things, but you're like, oh, it could have been better. I could have done better. This is what's interesting. What's coming out in this is if you feel like you could do better, do better. If you feel like you can make a difference by doing something different, do something different. It's only fair to yourself, you know, so you can stop worrying or having anxiety about what you could have done. Just do it. Okay. Because it looks like something good, like taking a leap of faith in business and finances that could be beneficial to you. But you'll never know if you don't try, you know. You just have to move forward. No more shoulda, coulda, wouldas moving forward in 2024. Okay, Scorpio? Okay. Yeah, there's a big overwhelming need for you to express your emotions. They are fully developed. You have some emotions about something that are fully developed and you need to get it out of there. There's no more to think about. You know, sometimes we can just sit with it and we're like, oh, well, what about this? What about this? It looks like you just need to do it. You just need to make it happen. You just need to trust yourself. I feel like it's going to start something new. You know, it's like you're building something with a partner, and that could be really, really good for you. Also, I see you building a business, but you have to start from scratch. And I feel like that's the scary part is you're like, oh, I have to build it from nothing or start from the bottom, and you're afraid of that, but you will be successful in both things. It looks like you'll be successful. You'll be more open. You'll be more adamant to talk about it, to discuss things, to figure things out. I feel like you taking that leap of faith is like knowing that I can do this, you know, knowing that I can do this. I can handle this. I can create this. I can make things happen for myself. You've been having problems listening to your intuition. Your intuition sort of screams at you, Scorpio. And I feel like because you don't want to create change or make moves based on something that may not even be there, it may just be in your head. You haven't taken action, or you haven't like jumped forward on anything. Um it's like you're just going with the plan instead of making your own plan. And it's becoming a little bit overwhelming, stifling. It's becoming stifling to you and your creativity. Because how will you know if you don't ask or try to find out? It's like you're sitting in confusion. Yeah, like I said, you're not sure about a relationship, or you're confused about it. Maybe you want to know more, but you're not really asking. You're kind of like an in-between spot where you're like, I could ask, but it's fine the way it is. I don't want to change things, but you do want to change things. You're definitely not getting the most out of it. I can tell you that now. You're not getting the most out of what this relationship could be at the moment. It's like you're skimming the surface and you need to dive into the water. It's been happening for too long, whatever this is. So you're going to notice in February that it's going to start to get rough, like rough waters, passive aggressive energy, things like that. Because either your patience or their patience is running thin for things to take another step or to move forward. It's like they've been trying to show you that they care, or maybe you have, trying to be more confident, but this person is no. I feel like they are okay. So it's either one or the other. Somebody is being more confident, somebody is stepping forward, somebody is flirting more, trying to be more caring, taking care of the other, blah blah blah. And then the other person is like, I like the direction this is going in. It feels good to me. I don't want to mess things up if we get into a relationship. I kind of want to keep it relationship friendly, type of in the middle without taking the dive. But it's creating a clash because it's been going on for too long. I mean, there's no other way to look at it. It's been happening for too long. Yeah. Okay, let's see what Spirit has for you, Scorpio. Be bold and make the first move. I told you. That's what Spirit's saying to you, Scorpio. Jump in, okay? What you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Key, you already know. Tower, change, storm. Yeah. I feel like you're afraid of what the outcome will be. It's like you already know what you want. You already know what needs to happen, but there's a fear of what's on the other side of things. Like, is it going to be bad? Is it going to change everything? But it doesn't change that it needs to happen. That's the thing that's crazy. Because you can keep things the way that they are, but it feels like a steady decline if you do that. There's a need to be like truthful and honest about what you want and the energy around you, like to open up the energy around you. And by doing that, it's like you have to create change. You have to say something. You have to take the step. And it does feel like it does create a storm, but not in a bad way. It just mixes things up in a different way. It brings new challenges, whether good or bad. But there needs to be that switch, that change, that turn in events. Okay? So I love you, Scorpio. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.